How you going, people? Just using a new webcam. I've received a bit of bad news for myself. I think the dreams that I was having about coming back home, which is where I am now, father passed away the other night. But, you know, life goes on. The main reason I'm ringing, or recording and putting this message, it was day number 16 of trying to astral project. It's I was on it was a dream I had. It was on a road, looking at some bricks on the road, and there was some cows or something in the distance, and then one of the cows went really big and jumped off to the left hand side of the road. There was a rhino there. I don't know why this was going on, and it jumped off to the side there, and they started having a wee fight. Then all those animals and everything just disappeared, and all of a sudden I was up there, but I was looking on the right hand side of the road at a hen house, and some chooks and some ducks and whatever, and there was an old bloke sitting on a chair, and I started collecting the eggs, whinging away about how my wife was supposed to collect the eggs because she feeds them and that's her job, because she's the one that wanted the hens in the dream anyway. And then I was walking around the side of this hen house shed, and he says, "Look out, there's a snake that's trying to get you." So I looked over, and there was a big snake, and he was just sort of doing that, trying to come in, and he was going really, it was like he was dopey, really sleepy. And so anyway, I walked away from him, and around the corner there was another snake there trying to get me from the other side. So the only way out that I could see was to go up a ladder there onto the roof of this hen house, and walked up to the other side where I could see this old man sitting in this chair. Anyway, I was saying I can't get these eggs because the snakes are there, and he shook his head like this, you know. And then I have to read this out because I wrote it down, and because it seemed to be quite important. I just have to find it where I wrote it. It was there. Smaller snakes. Yep, past that. It's part of the story. Oh, yep. And anyway, he was sitting in the chair down on the ground, and he leaped out of the chair straight up to where I was, grabbed my shoulders, and started shaking them, and yelled, "Forget the snakes, forget the eggs, focus on the mission. Love is an important thing. Relax." So I tried, and then I was looking at a TV screen with my face on the TV screen. And then I heard this loud buzzing sort of a noise, and so I looked away, you know, sort of still sort of in the dream state. Looked away, and then I looked back at the screen, and just kept on staring at the screen. And next thing you know, I was at work. I'm finally out of my body. So anyway, I'm standing there, sort of at the end of my bed. And it feels like you are there. It's just like right now, you're looking around, you're as conscious as what you are now and everything like that, except I couldn't move. I was just sort of floating there, probably about a couple of feet off the end of my bed. Just sort of, you know, tried to go forward, tried to will myself to go forward, and I just couldn't do anything about it. The more I tried to go away from my body, the more I sort of started going backwards. But then I sort of was upside down, with my head being about that far away from my sleeping head, and I could see me sleeping. It was the weirdest thing I'd ever seen, other than, I don't know, it was just the weirdest thing I'd seen. And next thing I was back in my body, but I had my arms and my legs and my head were all out, except I couldn't get my chest out. It was like my chest was locked in there, and legs were trying to kick and everything, and could not get my chest out. So I thought, right, I'll try the rollover technique, and so I went to do that, but I actually moved my leg, and next thing I was all back in my body and awake. So yeah, I now know it's fully real. It's not just something I was trying to do. I've actually now done it. That was on day 16 of trying. So what's that? Just over 2 weeks of really concentrating and trying every little trick and just all the time thinking about it. The other thing, as I was writing it, I couldn't stop smiling as I was writing the details of it down after the dream, and feeling like someone was walking over your grave, goosebumps on your back and all that. It was a nice feeling. And the other thing, the buzzing that you could hear, I put it down to like standing under high tension power lines with that, like by a transformer or something, and you can hear that zzz sort of a noise. That's what it sounded like to me. But when you were out, you didn't really notice it. It was only when you were sort of closer to your body. And also the other thing I could hear was all you could really sort of describe it as is it's beautiful music. I sort of can't describe it any other way. It was music I hadn't ever really sort of heard before. It was just really nice music. The funny thing was, when you woke up and you sort of tried to remember the music, which you sort of can remember it didn't seem that special, or didn't stand out as being, oh, that was really nice music. But I remember thinking, oh, that's the nicest music I've ever heard. So that was another spin out thing for me. I had, at the time, I had my iPod music tunes going in my ear of the, I can't remember what that's for, the music where it's going. It's sort of waving different frequencies in each ear. Yeah, so that's my experience. But it's now, tonight will be night number 20 of trying. It hasn't happened again. Last night I got close, I could feel the buzzing, but I kept getting too excited. So I kept sort of waking myself up. But it happened about 3 times. So that was quite exciting. What else? Yeah. So hopefully tonight, I'll get another go at it. But as I said at the start, it's been a bit sad times here. And if I hadn't astral projected the night before my father died, it wouldn't. I think that helped a lot in, I suppose, knowing more about what goes on after you actually die. Sort of more, I can sort of picture it as you die. It'd be just like astral projecting, I think, where you just sort of come out of your body, and it's just like here, except different with the music and all that sort of thing. So at the moment, that's my belief. I'm pretty happy with that belief. I'm comfortable with it. So yeah. But at the moment, back here trying to get things under control. That's it. Namaste.